New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. Yeah. We all just come together. There's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yes, you should come and read with us. That's right, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. ERGJ, certified financial educator, founder of the New Black Wall Street and New Black Wall Street Book Club, and CEO of the ERGJ Black Bookstore. So glad that you can be with us here today on Black Woman Wednesday. That's right, Black Woman Wednesday. Here today, hump day, of course, but we want to send a shout out and a special thanks to all of the Black women out there. You are absolutely phenomenal. You absolutely are loved. You absolutely are appreciated in our community, and we need you in our community. So a special clap, a cyber clap goes out to all the Black women. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thanks so much for your support. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much for being strong. A strong Black woman. Oh, I love me some Black women. Woo! Anyway, New Black Wall Street Book Club, man, thanks so much for being here. Everybody that's here, go ahead and let the Black women know how much you love and adore them. We need to make sure that we continue to praise our sisters, to praise our women in our community that are doing, that are just being women, okay? So thank you so much, Black woman. You are the salt of the earth. Okay, let's get right into what we need to talk about today. Of course, we're going through the book Street Cred, Rules to the Money Game. You need to get this book. Follow along with us here in the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Matter of fact, this book is going for $15 on sale right now, normally $20, because we just added it to our bookstore and we're going through it here. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity to get it before they're all gone. I think I got 2 copies left. So if you're the next person to go on over to the ERGJ Black Bookstore, order the book today, get that thing out to you ASAP Rocky. Today we're going to be going through this book, Street Cred, Rules to the Money Game. It's a young person's guide to financial success. Everybody put in the comments below, financial success. It's a young person's guide to financial success. And before we get into the study for today, let's go ahead and make sure our sponsors, the people who pay for this show, are well taken care of. Of course, if you want to sponsor this show, we do have something called Pump Up the Volume sponsorship packages for you. Everybody put in the comments below, Pump Up the Volume. Maybe you're a person that has a business. Maybe you're a person that has this idea or this concept or this new product that you're bringing out, a service that you're going to offer to the community, and you need a little help with promotion, with marketing, and with sales. Well, Pump Up the Volume is exactly what that does. As you may not know, we do 5 shows a week here. That gives you more visibility onto what you do. Also, we do have 4 other shows: Black Man Monday, Black Woman Wednesday, Black Business Home Shopping Network, and also the He Say, She Say show. So you may be looking for some more visibility, more eyes on your stuff, and we can help to drive traffic to your website. We can help you to sell more stuff, and all you got to do is decide that you want to use us to do a little bit of marketing for you. And of course, we do have some packages available for you to suit your needs, whether it's going to be extra flyers, whether it's going to be visibility on the internet. We got this internet thing down on pat, guys, and you guys need to get into the internet marketing space because it makes it easy to actually get your stuff seen, and you don't have to be worried about all those big old marketing dollars. But nonetheless, Pump Up the Volume is available to you. All you got to do is go over to the ERGJ Black Bookstore, send us a message, let us know that you're interested in sponsoring a show or sponsoring multiple shows. We'll send you out our packages, then you'll be able to pick what you think is going to be best for you and your business. But our sponsor today is Made Inc. That's right, Made Inc. Making a difference everywhere. That's what it stands for, making a difference everywhere. And so this brother here got a website, www.madeinc.life. He focuses on apparel, motivational apparel for the entrepreneur. So he talked about these 6 or 7 words. I can't remember all of them, but strength, power, wealth, freedom, success, greatness, things like that. So you're able to walk around in your power and remind yourself just how wonderful you are as you continue to go out into this world and fight all the negativity. We need more motivation. We need to remind ourselves of just how great we are, how wonderful we are, how great this idea is, whatever it is that you're going after. Of course, if you want to go, he's also made available to you a promotional code or a special just for you watching this show. So you can go over to his website, www.madeinc.life. Check out all that he has to offer in the store. And when you check out, you're going to use the code NBWS10. Of course, that's New Black Wall Street, NBWS10, in order to get your promotional material or your motivational material to keep you going throughout your day. And of course, the host for today's show is ERGJ Black Bookstore. You want to go over to the Facebook page, ERGJ Black Bookstore. Go ahead and like the page right now. Go ahead and follow the page because you're going to find some wonderful Black authorship. And there is where we make it easy to practice group economics. Everybody put in the comments below easy. See, some of us are saying, hey, I can't find a Black business where I stay in Idaho. I can't find a Black business where I stay in Montana. Well, guess what? You don't have to find them in your local area because we are international. We're nationwide people. The internet flows all over the place. We make it easy to practice group economics because we're going to deliver it to your doorstep while you shop from your couch. That's right, while you shop from your couch. And so we're just helping you to make it easy, right? We're going to circulate our dollars. Cooperative economics, right back within our very own community. We're gonna make that stat untrue as we continue to support one another. Here's the premise: buy Black, sell to everybody else. Let me say that again: buy Black and sell to everybody else. Once we begin to do that, we'll begin to restore our community. We'll begin to stop gentrification. We'll begin to educate our own, because you know they miseducating the Negro all the time. But anyway, here's some things that you can find at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. Of course, as you may not know, or you may know by now, I wrote a book, and that book just came out last week, The Black Billionaires Club. You can actually get this book on how the Black billionaires built their wealth. Out of 2,000 billionaires in the world today, not yesterday, not 50 years ago, right now in 2017, out of 2,000, only 12 of them are Black. Let me repeat that again. Out of 2,000 billionaires today, only 12 of them are Black. And I believe we should study Black wealth. That's why I wrote the book. So if you want to find out about the Black billionaires, you want to find out how they built their wealth, you want to find out how they overcame adversity, you want to get the truth, not just what you think, but what's really going on. Well, I believe we need to capture our own history, because you're not going to learn this in Black History Month. You're not going to learn this in the public school system. The system that's teaching you how to be an employee instead of an employer. BlackBillionairesClub.com. I don't know, man. Just maybe reading this book, getting inspired, learning a little something about money, you could be the next one member of the Black Billionaires Club. You can find this at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. When you order the book today, as long as you get it by Labor Day, you're going to get a free class, $149 value. I'm going to give you the class, Bitcoin Workshop, how to trade, transfer, and cash out of this new phenomenon. Matter of fact, Ethereum was up 18% in 24 hours. So I don't know what you guys are doing with your money, but we over here getting profit. And hopefully you'll learn to do the same thing with your money. Also, because it's Black Woman Wednesday, we want to highlight some of the women authors that are part of the ERGJ Black Bookstore that have decided to partner with us and sell their books through us. Number one, we got from Miss Lisa Marie Stringer, another sister, 5 Rules to Persevering in Your Life. 5 Rules to Persevering. Now, we all go through some tough stuff in life, but there's going to be some ways for us to remember how to get through it. And she's written a book to help you persevere through all these different areas in your life. The purpose of this action-oriented book is to provide you with some basic rules on how to persevere in your life. There isn't a person on this planet that hasn't experienced a few bumps along the way to achieve the level of success that they desire. You can get this book for $10 at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. Of course, we got y'all famous. Oh, we got another book for you from another one, Miss Yvette Best. Now, let me tell you something about this book. Maximize your tax refund, 35 surefire ways to get more from your return now. Now, we know that I don't know about you, but I believe every person needs to have a tax book in their library so you can learn how to manipulate the laws to work in your favor. Well, the tax accountant has written a book just for you in order to do that. So you can become empowered, you become educated, and it relates to tax laws. How many of you guys are going to read a 2,000, 3,000 page tax book? I don't think so. I don't think you're going to read through all those laws. You didn't go to school for that, but you can get a nice little book about, I don't know, about 100 some odd pages, right? You can read through that and start to go forward on how you can maximize your tax refund. Now, here's the deal. Not only this, because I thought she was crazy. I said, well, okay, I love this book, Miss Yvette, best doing your thing. She said, that's not it. If you order the book down here on the back, okay, you see that? Get a little barcode. You want to know what that barcode is for? Yeah, I was surprised just like you. Scan this code or go to her website to receive a free, everybody put in comments below free, a free 60-minute one-on-one tax strategy session. So you mean to tell me, Miss Yvette Best, if I just get your book, you're going to give me a free 1 hour one-on-one session, not a group session, a one-on-one session with you, the established tax accountant and author. So I get to ask all of my tax questions to a tax specialist if I just buy a $20 book? Shut the front door. You got to be crazy. I told her she was crazy, but that's what she offered to you guys. You get the book, you get a free session. Now, tell me this in the comments below. How much is a 60-minute session worth with the tax specialist? How much is 60 minutes of her time worth? She giving the game away for $19.99. You see, it's really what's going on is beyond Jay-Z. She's giving the game away, the tax game away for $19.99. Not only do you get the book to read, but you get a 60-minute session with a tax strategist. Then a new book we just picked up. For those that are into this, we got a psychological thriller. It's called My Husband Married My Daughter for $20. So anyway, Miss TJM has written this book. It's a psychological thriller. So if you are a person that's into what's it called, the 50 Shades of Grey or some stuff, I don't know what you guys read. But if you're into stuff like that, I mean, why not get a book from your sister who's written very similar stuff? So this is I guess it's a character named Mia. She wanted to share some wonderful news with her daughter and her husband. Instead, she discovered the horrible news that they were actually having sex. And this is her story. So my husband married my, look at that. I like that cover, by the way, TJIM. Do your thing, girl. Anyway, a psychological thriller. I guess it's a mind kind of, it's going to be some suspense in here. I might just read this book because I might find out some cool stuff about this whole thing. Anyway, you can get this book for $20 at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. Again, if you are into those type of thrillers, suspense, drama, that's a good book for you to pick up. For some of your entertainment time, My Husband Married My Daughter. All of that you can find at ERGJ Black Bookstore. We're doing some wonderful things with the Black Store. Matter of fact, we are going to be a vendor at this weekend's list tour, which is going to be learning in success training, something like that. But anyway, it's going to be an empowerment movement for the entrepreneur, for the small business. I'm actually going to be on stage teaching, but the ERGJ Black Bookstore will be in the back selling. So all the books that are part of the ERGJ Black Bookstore will be represented. So here's what happens when you decide to partner, when you practice group economics. You get to go places that you wouldn't have gone before. See, and that's the power of working together. Everybody put the comments below together. That's the power of working together. Once we understand that we can do all things through Christ and we can do all things together, nothing can stop Black folk. All right, let's get right to what we need to talk about today, man. Grooves to the Money Game. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the book. You picked it up. It's $15 for you to get. You can find this at the ERGJ Black Bookstore as well. And there's only 2 copies left right now. I bought them all from the brother. I said, give me all the copies because we're going to make sure we get this stuff out because we got great Black authors that are writing great books for Black folk and for Black young teens and everything. Now, this says it's a young person's guide, but hear this. Even though it's for young people, I believe there are a lot of adults that are young in this area as it relates to money management, as it relates to finance, as it relates to economics. But let's find out what Mr. Khalil Abdul-Aziz has to say to us today. Everybody put in the comments below, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready to start the game. get ready to start the game. For starters, you must have a hustle that will create income. I mean, we could probably stop right there. I mean, I don't know what else you need to tell me. For starters, you must have a hustle that will create income. Next, get ready to put your old shoe boxes in your closet to use. You will need 6 boxes that will be used to store money. At this point, you should have listed your strengths and you know what you're good at doing. Hopefully you guys did that exercise. Now it's up to you to be creative and determine how to leverage your God-given gifts and talents to get your hustle on. Everybody put in the console, leverage my gifts. Don't you know that you've been given these talents, these gifts, these abilities in order to put to good use, and they just happen to bring you some type of income because people are willing to pay you for what you're good at. What are you good at? What area are you a 10 at? See, people are willing to pay you for what you're good at. Why? Because what you are good at brings value to the marketplace. Let me say that again. Because what you are good at brings value to the market. Matter of fact, let's think about it right now. You are probably doing something right now that you are good at, that you are giving away for free because you got a good heart. And the same thing that you are giving away for free because you got a good heart, someone else is giving away and they're getting paid dollars for it. So why are they in a position that they can get paid for doing the same thing that you do, but you choose not to charge for your services? Think about that. Now, I'm not saying that you got to always charge, but I am saying that somebody pays. Now, that's the beauty of a nonprofit. If you want to give your stuff away to the people who need it and they don't have to pay for it, well, make the nonprofit pay for it. Make the grants pay for it. Make the government pay for it. Somebody got to pay. Make the tithes pay for it. Make the offerings pay for it. Make the church pay for it. The church will make it available to the congregation for free, but they gonna pay for it. Here's what I want to say. Stop letting people pimp you for your gifts. Oh, stop letting other people pimp you for your gifts. Because there's something that you are good at that someone else is getting paid for. And you can get paid as well. You can be creative in how you get paid, but somebody should pay. Because people really don't value free, okay? We all value what we pay for. And if you want people to get the most, I had to learn this the hard way. You want people to get the most out of what you offer, make them pay something. I don't care if it's $5, $2.50. When they let their money go to pay for something, they typically show up and they typically are ready to learn because they realize I just put some money out on this thing. I better get all I can out of my $2.50. Once you have your hustle in place, you are ready to start the game and fill your 6 shoe boxes. Filling up the boxes is only one part of the game. In the next chapter, I will describe rules for each box and how to play to win the game. Each shoebox has a name and specific purpose and will be used to store your monthly income. In the following chapters, I will describe the specific rules for each box and help you understand what money goes inside, as well as the rules to follow when taking money out. Pay close attention to the rules. The more you understand the rules of the game, the more likely you will beat out your opponents and win. So box number 1, skills to pay the bills. Everybody put it on below, skills to pay the bills. Your box 1, your first shoe box, skills to pay the bills. In other words, your living expenses. Here's the rule. Use this box only for monthly household needs to maintain your lifestyle. Those are key words there. Use this box only for monthly household needs to maintain your lifestyle. The first shoe box is dedicated to your monthly household budget. Label this box living expenses. Monthly living costs vary and will be different depending on a person's chosen lifestyle. Here's also where most people get into the biggest trouble financially. Monthly expenses should only be those things that are needed. Everybody put in the comments below, needed, not wanted, needed. Matter of fact, in the comments below, name one thing that you absolutely need to live. Okay? One thing that you absolutely need to live. Put that in the comments below. Monthly expenses should be only be the things that are needed to maintain your lifestyle every month. The problem is that 75% of Americans live outside their means and increase their monthly expenses by using credit cards, taking out high interest loans, and using those cards and loans to purchase liabilities. Basically, the 75% have too much money going out and not enough money coming in. The 75%, the crowd that is broke, the crowd that is living paycheck to paycheck, they have more money going out than they do coming in. In other words, they got more month at the end of their money instead of more money at the end of the month. Somebody said water. What other needs do we have? You got to have some water. You got to have water to live. What else? What else is needed? Part of your monthly expenses, right? Got to have food. You got to eat. That's a need. What else is needed? I don't know about y'all, but I need internet, okay? I need internet, okay? I need some internet in my life right about now. Food, you probably meant to say food. Gotcha. So here's the exercise, need or want. Need or want. In this exercise, you will determine which of the following items listed. Shelter, yes, thank you, are needed. Our needs or wants. So first we have groceries. Is that a need or want? Utilities, yes, absolutely, it's a need. What about the movie theater? Do you need to watch a movie every month? No, that's a want, people. That's something people pay for. That's a want. What about eating out? Do you have to eat out? I don't know if that's a need. I think that's a want, because I remember days when I was living on beans and soup and water. Mortgage and rent. Is that a need or want? Absolutely. That's shelter. You got to pay your mortgage. You got to pay your rent, right? Gas, yes, utility. What about that? What about shoes and clothes? Yes, that's a need. You got to have something to wear. Got to have something to wear. Now, you don't necessarily always need new clothes and new shoes. See, people that's on a budget, they start going to the thrift store. They have no problem getting nicely, gently used clothes that look new, and they're gonna pay less for. Matter of fact, one of my good friends just did a shoe drive, giving away nicely, gently used shoes that were basically brand new, probably worn once, right? Matter of fact, what are you doing for back to school? I got some stuff I'm gonna be coming out, by the way. What are you gonna do for back to school for your kids? Are you gonna go to the high-end stores and buy them all new clothes when they're gonna grow out of them in the next year? Or you're gonna maybe get some gently used clothes that are pretty much new and save some money. The question is, where are you financially when I ask you that? Are you in a position to keep trying to give your kids everything they want, even though you can't afford it? Or are you gonna shop smart and put your kids in position to live the life that they can afford later on? See, it's a mentality. I know we want to give our kids the best. I get that. But there are so many things that are better in life than what they put on. Are you giving your kids the best education? Are you giving your kids the best attitude? Are you giving your kids the best philosophy in life? Or are you giving your kids selfishness and spoiled rotten on credit? Think about that. I got a kid that's spoiled rotten on credit. So they spoiled and I'm broke. Buying them stuff that I can't afford. All because I want them to look good and to impress other people. But you're not allowing your kid to impress other people by their character, only by their clothes. Oh, don't shout me down because I'm preaching good. What else? The energy bill. Yes, that's a need. That credit card bill. Woo, that's a tight one right there. You got to pay that credit card bill because you put a contract out that said you was going to pay somebody back in the future what you borrowed yesterday. So that's a need. Now I might go on hold, okay? That credit card bill might go on hold. I might not pay that. It just depends on where I'm at. That might just have, you know what? I'm willing. I don't know about you, but I'm willing to let my credit go bad if I can't afford to pay something back. Because there's other things that's more important than their credit card bill. They can keep calling all they want, but my mortgage is about to get paid. My rent gonna be taken care of. They're gonna be gas in my car so I can keep on working so I can make the money that I need to pay that credit card back. I'm willing to let that happen because I know that I can fix that credit in no time. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you to honor your commitments. You made a commitment. You put your signature on the dotted line, said you was gonna pay somebody back. Even though you didn't know them. You said, MasterCard, I'm gonna borrow this money, I'm gonna pay you back in the future. You did that. You made that decision. Yes, you should pay it back. You should pay unto Caesar what you owe Caesar. You should pay unto MasterCard what you owe MasterCard. You should pay unto Sally Mae what you owe Sally Mae. It's called character. You pay people back when you borrow money and you tell them you're going to pay them back. I'm telling you, it shows a lack of character for a person who thinks that they can just file bankruptcy. They can just get from up under all of their mess. That's their first attitude. Instead of, I'm going to find a way to pay these people back that I borrowed money from, that I signed my name on the line. That's a lack of character. And a lack of character, I'm hard to tell you this, and I know you don't want to hear it from me because I ain't no preacher in the pulpit, but a lack of character, I know that's right. You're right about that, Monica. We got to teach these people about that now. But a lack of character could be the reason, okay? It could be the reason why you're not getting the blessings that's coming across your life that you would like to see. Because it's hard for God to bless a mess. Not that he doesn't do it, right? Because he got unconditional love for you. But I'm trying to tell you that some of you are to the point where you will not take correction or discipline into your life, and you just are full of mess and still waiting on a blessing. My position is I would hope that you will fix your mess or ask God to help you fix your mess. You know what I mean? And then you'll start to see more blessings come. Yes, thank you so much. That's a good word. I love that word. Reckless. Reckless. A lack of character means they don't care. What else we got? They care. That's a need. That candy bar? Nah, that's a want, boo. The club? Nah, that's a want. That's a want. Video games? Nah, that's a want too. So I think you get the picture as far as needs versus wants. Now, if you take a look at the examples, needs are those things you must pay every month to live. If they are not paid, you may receive a penalty in the game. Those penalties can be costly and may lead to eviction notices, disconnection notices, starvation, and late payments that can result in debt or bad credit. Matter of fact, late payments or overdraft fees does nothing but lead you to poverty. It's called a poor tax, a tax on the poor. When you can't afford the life that you are trying to live and you start getting all these fees, that's a tax on the poor. And then you get bad credit, then you got to go borrow money at exorbitant rates. Then you got to go to the payday store, the loan store. That's a tax on the poor. But many of us put ourselves in that position by not having a financial education. Wants are those things that you don't need and can live without. If you don't buy or want, there is no penalty. Be careful because wants have a tendency to consume most of our money for their needs. This eventually leads to a poor and stressful lifestyle of living paycheck to paycheck. Yes, being broke is very expensive. How many guys, you know what? Everybody put it in the comments below. How many guys understand that? That is more expensive. It costs more to be poor. It costs more to be broke. It costs you more. It costs more to have bad credit. And bad credit is nothing more than the behavior that you've shown with paying people back in your recent history. You got bad credit because you don't pay people back on time. Let's not get it twisted. That is the simple premise. You do not pay people back on time and you got bad credit. That's why I need to see your credit score. Because your credit score tell me, do you honor your word? That's what it means. Do you honor your word? Find a way to pay people back when you say you're going to pay them back. See, we don't look at it that way. We look at it as free money. And how many guys know there's no such thing as free money? When you got borrowed money, it comes with consequences. Costs more to be poor. After you made your list, make sure you go back to review. Look at your list carefully and see as if you were the CEO or president of a major firm. One of the primary jobs of a business owner is to protect the bottom line. In other words, make sure all expenses going out are necessary. If you see something that isn't a need, slide it over into the wants column. Our list can become very long on both sides. The primary goal and objectives are to identify those things that you really don't need and put them in their proper place while playing the money game. This will help you to see where you're wasting your bread or money. This exercise will also show you how credit cards and loans turn into long-term debt that can become too expensive to pay. The wants we can't afford are sometimes purchased with a credit card or loan. In the comments below, tell me something that you have bought in your life with a credit card or via loan that you couldn't afford. And then think to yourself, was that a want or was that a need? For example, I remember when I got an apartment. And in the apartment, you know, when you get the apartment, you want to furnish it, you want to get everything, you want to get the TV, you want to get the couch and all that stuff. And I was like, the only thing I really need is my bed. Okay. I can get all that other stuff later. But at the time I was dating somebody, and they was like, hey, you got to have a couch. So I got pressured into getting the couch for her, not for me. And so I ended up putting the couch on credit, because it's like, you got to have a couch in the living room, right? And I'm not saying you don't get the couch, but I was just saying at the time I couldn't afford it. So I put the thing down on the credit card, and it started out with 0% interest for 90 days. Of course, I didn't get that thing paid in 90 days. And that thing, 90 days, turned into, I almost felt like 90 years, okay? That 90 days of 0%, same as cash, it turned into 3 years of turmoil, 3 years of aggravation. What's the last thing you bought with your stupid tax? You bought something that you wanted, you couldn't afford, you put it on a credit card, you got a loan for it, and now today you're probably still regretting that decision. Now, the reason why I'm asking you to put this in the comments is because there's somebody else that might can learn from your mistakes. And one of the best ways to gain wisdom is through the experience of others. And too many of us are not willing to tell our story. I'm not talking about the good story. I'm talking about the stupid story. We done made some stupid mistakes as adults when it comes to money. And we are not teaching our children the stupid stuff that we've done with our money. I want you to think about that. Because maybe you are too embarrassed to share it here on the live experience. But there's too many of us who are too scared to tell our testimony of being stupid when it comes to money. And because we won't tell it, because we feel so ashamed with the mistakes that we made, we don't share it with our children. And our children go through the same problem that we went through. How many of you guys right now were told about the stupid stuff that your parents did when it comes to money? How many of you guys were told about the stupid stuff that your grandparents did when it comes to money? Again, this is the reason why Malcolm X said, education is the passport. A financial education is the passport to financial freedom. You're probably going to hear me say that for the rest of my life. A financial education is the passport to financial freedom. Monica didn't mind share her story. Said, I had my house 11 years. Took 3 years to get a kitchen table, 7 years to get curtains, 10 years to get the privacy fence and storage. But guess what? I don't have any creditors. Woo woo. That's what I'm talking about. She said, some, not all. Okay, good. You got told some of the stories. Fantastic. I just want to encourage you to open up. You gotta start sharing with the next generation this stuff, man. They gotta teach them. The ones we can't afford are sometimes purchased with credit cards or loans. When you take out loans or credit cards to purchase a want, it becomes a monthly obligation that must be paid within an agreed amount of time. However, when you repay the agreed amount, when you repay the debt, the interest rate is associated with that payment. Sometimes the rate of interest can range between 0 and 29% and higher, depending upon individual credit score. A good rule to follow is if you can't pay cash for it, you can't afford it. A good rule to follow: if you can't pay cash for it, you cannot afford it. Borrowing money and using credit cards to make purchases is dangerous. Everybody put in comments below, dangerous. Borrowing money and using credit cards to make purchases is dangerous. Now, here's the thing. You will not see this on TV. TV will tell you that it's easy. That is the way that you should go. You should put everything on credit. Everybody right now is talking about repairing your credit so you can go borrow some more money. Think about that. The reason why they want you to repair your credit is so then they can then offer you more credit so you can go get yourself back in debt. No one's talking about getting out of debt. They're talking about fixing credit. Think about that. Why? Because when your credit score rises, you begin to get new offers in the mail. And when they bring that stuff before your eyes, you start seeing free money. And then you say, oh, I really want to get this. I can't afford it, but I just got this credit card offer in the mail, and put yourself right back in the same position that you fought so hard to get out of. It's called a cycle. They know what they're doing. Do you? Monica said, wait, I got my first cookout. I had only 3 forks, 3 plates, 3 cups, but I had 12 people to attend buys. 12 people to attend buy some stuff to help a sister out. Miss Blackwell said that I got my credit cards in my name for family members who had bad credit. Ended up paying off their debt on my credit. Okay, that's honorable. I got my credit cards in my name for family members who had bad credit. Ended up paying off their debt on my credit. Okay, man. Now, here's my question about that, Miss Blackwell. As you have done that, here's the danger in that. I love the premise, but I'm really concerned about that. The reason why is because I found, me personally, that when I scratch and claw my way out of debt myself, when I go through the process of financing my own freedom, I do it with help, but I get it done with my effort. It reminds me of where I don't want to go again. But when I found it when other people help get me out of my situation, right? I didn't value it as much, and I found myself right back in my own situation. In other words, think about it this way. I'm notorious for let's just say you are not a big, like maybe you're a pack rat, okay? And you have packed your stuff and ratted your stuff, your basement is looking a mess. And then you come in and you ask for help, and people come in and help you finally clean your basement. Your basement is spotless. It got rid of all the old stuff. In 5 years, do you think that that basement is going to still be spotless, or is that basement going to be back where it was with full of stuff? Why? Because the condition of the behavior didn't change. You got help, which is great, but you never changed your behavior. You're still a pack rat. And until the pack rat cleans out the basement themselves, there'll always be a pack rat. So I said, this was years ago. No one offered a dime. I'll never do it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that, Miss Blackwell. I thought that's probably what happened. But hey, that's a good. You got a testimony to share with somebody else that's probably going to try to do the same thing. You did it out of the kindness of your heart. Right? But they didn't value it because it was your dollar. Monica said, I had to learn the hard way that no one. I cut folks off now. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is getting good. Change your mindset, prosperity bounds. Teresa said, I get offers all the time in the mail. And I shred them immediately. When I'm in the store and they offer credit, no thank you, baby. Hey, everybody put in the comments, no thank you. This is what you got to say when you get those offers. This is what you got to say when you go to the store. And they be like, hey, do you want to get on our credit list or our 10% off if you fill out this? This is what you got to say to PayPal. This is what you got to say to MasterCard and Discover. No, thank you. I done been down that road before. I done took all the bumps in the past. No, thank you. Oh, I love it, man. It's getting good. All right. So creditors make it easy to get credit, but they don't make it easy for consumers to fully understand the terms and fees for making late payments or the real cost to pay off the debt over time. These basic problems illustrate how one purchase can end up costing much more over time, right? When using loans or credit cards. When playing the money game to win, this can be a slippery slope because if you make late payments, you can receive costly penalties or fines. The more debt you add, the more your monthly obligation will be. The more expenses you have, the more money you have going out. Also, the more you have to pay, the more you're forced to work. Debt is slavery. Debt is slavery. The objective of the money game is to get you financially free, not get into more debt and or slavery. Everybody put in the comments below, debt is slavery. So don't go broke trying to look rich. Act your wage. Here's a quick story. Donald wants a new flat screen television, okay? That costs $1,000. He doesn't have $1,000 cash and decided to charge the television on his credit card. Donald has two options. Pay cash for the television or use the credit card to make monthly payments until the flat screen television is paid in full. Since Donald is choosing to use a credit card, the cost of the TV will be more expensive. The minimum payment will be $20 per month with an interest rate of 18%. If Donald makes the minimum payment at $20 at a rate of 18%, it will take him 8 years to pay off this debt. Well, after 8 years, the flat screen TV won't be new anymore, and the price will have doubled. Estimated cost for that $1,000 television that he's going to have for 8 years, which probably in 8 years the TV won't even be working anymore, $2,000. This is the type of education that our young folks and our young-minded adults in education, financial education, need to understand. When you decide that you're going to put your future earnings in jeopardy to get something now that you don't need, but that you want, it will cost you. Debt is slavery. All right, guys, we're going to start right there, man. This is just box number 1, and we're talking about skills to pay the bills, living expenses. Of course, this is our New Black Wall Street book of the week or 2 weeks or whatever, however long it takes us to read through this. We just got through box 1, Rules to the Money Game. Of course, if you'd like to get your copy and follow along with us, you can do that by going to the ERGJ Black Bookstore right here on Facebook. And the Facebook ERGJ Black Bookstore. Order the book. There's only got 2 or 3 copies left. Then we'll have to get some more. So you can be one of the first to have the book that we're going through and make a difference in your life, and then pass it down to your children's life, or your godchildren's life, or your niece or your nephew life, or just get multiple books. Read one for yourself and get one for them. But we got to do something different. And what we need to do different is get our financial education game up, or get our money game up, and then we can actually have our money flow or our cash flow change as well. At this time, guys, I'd like for you to share in the comments below, what did you learn today? What is your takeaway for today with your time here with the New Black Wall Street Book Club? This is not just a time to entertain you. This is a time to empower and to educate you. I like to call it edutainment. I might be a little entertaining, But nonetheless, I want you to learn something. I'd like to know, what did you learn from your time here today? Now, as you guys are typing that, because I know I type faster than you talk, I'm going to go ahead and put out our sponsors once again. Our sponsor for today was none other than Made Inc., making a difference everywhere incorporated. He's got a website, www.madeinc.life. He's got motivational apparel for the entrepreneur. He's got a promo code for those who paid attention today and watched the show. You can go to the website today and you can get 10% off MBWS10 off the entire site. So you can go ahead and support a brother. You can get a discount and you can get your motivational apparel just for you, just to go around with your power on, walking around with your greatness on, walking around with your success on, walking around with your wealth and your strength on. That's the opportunity that you have right there. Of course, once you go over to ERGJ Black Bookstore. Matter of fact, I believe that money is nothing more than the exchange of value for value. And if you got some value out of today with your time with us here at the New Black Wall Street Book Club, well, I would say that there's some value that you might need to give back. Now, I know you've been guys been leave some comments below, and it's been great, wonderful time. But why not go over to the bookstore and leave a review about your time here today and let us know if you really appreciate it or you appreciate what we're doing with this show. That's right. You can just leave a review. I'm not asking for your money, because the money I can get, I attract. I'm asking for your comments. I'm asking for your review. I'm asking for your feedback, which hopefully you know is very valuable, because the power of life or death is in the tongue. And I wonder what you got to say about the ERGJ Black Bookstore and the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Well, guys, again, you can pick up a couple books in the bookstore. I want to highlight for you as we get, of course, you can get the book for $15 Street Cred. You can pick up the new book from none other than your author right here, the Black Billionaires Club, How They Built Their Wealth. Learn about the 12 Black billionaires, how they built their wealth. When you order this book, you're going to get the free course, Bitcoin Workshop, how to trade, transfer, and cash out. We also got from your sister on Black Woman Wednesday, 5 Rules for Persevering in Life. You can get this book for $10. We also got from your tax accountant, Maximize Your Tax Refund, 35 surefire ways to get more for your return. Now, when you order this book, you're going to get a free 60-minute session with the author, who is an established tax accountant, for $20. She's giving the game away. And then also you can pick up the latest book that we added, My Husband Married My Daughter, a psychological thriller, very similar to 50 Shades of Grey. So if you're in that type of reading, you want to pick this up from your sister and support your sister. We got to practice group economics, people. Stop going to Barnes and Nobles and Amazon and buying all those books that's not written by your folks, and use some of that money to educate yourself and to support your own. All right, let's see what you guys had to say. Oh, Miss Becky said, I started reading me last night, and it's great. A young person needs to read this book. Fantastic. Monica said, educate yourself and budget so that you won't get into debt later. Absolutely, guys. Well, guys, ERGJ, certified financial educator, founder of the New Black Wall Street and the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Hey, I want to remind you this, man, that wealth begins in the mind. You must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet. They say if you put it in a book, black folks will never read it. Well, we're using our time now to find the nuggets that could change our life. Change the way you think. You'll change your life forever. Remember this, man. It takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build black wealth together. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Black women, I love you. Let's do this thing today. Let's go out and get it. Have a good day.
It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Black Wall Street. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club.